Good day, pupils. You're welcome to our online class. Basic 3 Mathematics. Basic 3 Mathematics. Today we are going to treat plane shapes. Our topic for today, plane shapes. Specific objectives. At the end of this lesson, we should be able to 1. Define plane shapes and state at least 5 examples. Define plane shapes and state at least 5 examples. That is, we're going to learn more examples, more than 5. So we should be able to state 5. 2. State properties of square and rectangle. Properties of square and rectangle. 3. Identify and mention 4 types of triangle. Identify and mention 4 types of triangle. State the properties of the triangles mentioned. State the properties of the triangles mentioned. Plane shapes. What are plane shapes? That's the first thing we need to learn. What are plane shapes? Plane shapes are shapes with 2 dimensions, such as length and breadth. Plane shapes are shapes with 2 dimensions, such as length and breadth. Plane shapes are also called 2-dimensional shapes or flat shapes. Plane shapes are also called 2-dimensional shapes or flat shapes. Examples of plane shapes. Examples of plane shapes. Number 1, square. Square. Look at it. That is a square. The square has 4 sides. 4 equal sides. A square. 2. Rectangle. Rectangle. Can you see a rectangle? Rectangle also has 4 sides. But for rectangle, the sides are not equal like that of square. Next, triangle. Tri means 3. The word tri stands for 3. So we have this side with 3 sides, this shape with 3 sides and 3 angles. 3 sides, 3 angles. Next, a circle. A circle. Next one, we have trapezium. 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 Number 6, parallelogram. Parallelogram. That is a parallelogram. Also has 4 sides. Cat. A cat. Can you see that? That is a cat. Now we're going to treat them one by one. We're going to treat square, rectangles, and triangles. Square, rectangle, and triangles. So, first of all, we have a square. Properties of a square. Properties of a square. Properties. What are these properties? When we talk about properties, we mean those things, those features you can see in something or even someone. Let's use humans, for example, human beings. When I ask you, what are those things, the features you can see on a human being? Who? Let's say we use daddy, for example. Daddy is a human being. What are the properties you can see on daddy? Daddy is having 2 hands. Daddy has 2 hands. Daddy has 2 eyes. Daddy has 2 eyes. Daddy has 2 legs. You can go on and on. Those things you can see. So we're going to refer this knowledge to square. What are the things we can see on a square? A square has four equal sides. A square has four corners. A square has four lines of symmetry. Each interior angle of a square is 90 degrees. The opposite sides of the square are parallel. A square has four equal sides. A square has four corners. A square has four lines of symmetry. Each interior angle of a square is 90 degrees. The opposite sides of a square are parallel. Let's explain all these properties using the diagram. A square. That is what? A square. So the first one says a square has four equal sides. Let's find out. Wow! Can you see that? You see those red short lines or red short strokes on each side? We have them 1, 1, 1, 1 on each side. So it is telling us that all the sides are equal. All the sides are of equal length. That is, if side 1 is 5 centimeters, for example, side 2 will also be 5 centimeters, side 3, 5 centimeters, side 4, 5 centimeters. Equal sides. 4 equal sides. Next one. A square has four corners. We have corner 1. Can you see that point where that arrow is showing? The arrow is pointing at one of the corners. So that is corner 1. The point at which two lines meet. The point at which two lines meet is the corner or the vertex. Vertex for one. Vertices for more than one. That is plural. Singular vertex. Plural vertices, just the way we have corner 1, corners, more than one. So we have corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. Can you see them? Those are the corners of a square, or those are the vertices of a square. Moving to the next one, a square has four lines of symmetry. That is, it can be folded into two and it will give you two equal halves. You can fold it into two to give two equal halves. So let's find out. We have the first line of symmetry. Line of symmetry 1. Have you seen that jumping into the square? Line of symmetry 2 at the center. Line of symmetry 3. And line of symmetry 4. We have 4 lines of symmetry on a square. 4 lines of symmetry on a square. Okay? Now, each interior angle of a square is 90 degrees. Let's find out. Can you see those small squares inside the square? Those blue squares inside the square. Those are the symbol of that of right angle. Right angle is the same thing as 90 degrees. It means all the angles inside that square is all the angles, each one is 90 degrees, and when you put all of them together, what will it give you? Find out. Okay, it will give us 360. 360. Everything, all the angles inside the square. So each interior angle is 90 degrees. Each one is 90 degrees. Next is the opposite sides of a square are parallel. That is, the sides that are facing each other are parallel. They don't meet. Parallel means they don't meet. They keep going, right? They don't meet at any point because they are opposite each other. Next is a rectangle. Properties of a rectangle. A rectangle also has 4 sides. A rectangle has 4 sides. A rectangle has 4 corners. Each angle is 90 degrees. It has two lines of symmetry. The opposite sides are equal. A rectangle has four sides. A rectangle has four corners. Each angle is 90 degrees. It has two lines of symmetry. The opposite sides are equal. Let's explain this. The first one, a rectangle has four sides. What can we see on the screen? A rectangle. How many sides? Four sides. So, rectangle has four corners. Corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. Corner 1, corner 2, corner 2, corner 3, and corner 4. Corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. Good. Each angle is 90 degrees. All the interior angles, each of them we have 90 degrees. So, next, line of symmetry 1, line of symmetry 2. A rectangle has two lines of symmetry. Two lines of symmetry. Do not call it 4, it is 2. Two lines of symmetry. Next, the opposite sides are equal. Can you see? Two strokes on two sides. One stroke on the other two sides. So the one stroke that is facing this one stroke, meaning the length of those sides are the same, are equal. Then the other side, the length of the two sides too are also equal. That is, the opposite sides, the sides that are facing each other are equal. They are the same. Good. Let's move to the next one. Triangle. What is a triangle? Triangle is a plane shape with three sides and three angles. A triangle is a plane shape with three sides and three angles. We have types of triangles, Types of triangles. 1. Equilateral triangle. Types of triangle. The first one is what? Equilateral triangle. Again, equilateral triangle. 2. Isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. Right angle triangle. Types of triangle. Equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, and right angle triangle. Equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, and right angle triangle. Let's explain them each. Properties of equilateral triangle. It has three equal sides. Equilateral triangle has three equal sides. Equilateral triangle has three equal angles. Equi, from the word equal, means everything is equal, right? The sum of the three angles is 180 degrees. Let me ask you a question. If we say the sum of all the triangles is 180 degrees, and initially we said that all the angles are equal, then when you sum them up, you're going to have 180 degrees. What do you think each angle will be? What do you think? 60 degrees. Each angle is 60 degrees. It has three lines of symmetry. It has three lines of symmetry. So now let's explain. This is a triangle. This is a what? Triangle. A triangle has three equal sides. Look at those truths. One each on each side. One on each side means all the sides are equal. No one is more than the other, right? One on each side means all of them are equal. So, equilateral triangle has three equal sides. You can see three equal sides. Equilateral triangle has three equal angles. Those black curves or arcs you can see inside are the angles. They represent the angles. So all the angles are equal. One curve each, or one arc each, means they are equal. No one is bigger than the other. Okay? You can see equal. Each angle is what? 60 degrees. Each angle is 60 degrees. That is, when you add everything up, it will give you 180. You can see all the sides, all the angles are 60 degrees each. Next, lines of symmetry. Line of symmetry 1, when you fold it there, it will give you 2 equal halves. Line of symmetry 2, line of symmetry 3, line of symmetry 1, 2, and 3. Next one, properties of isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides. It means 2 sides are equal, one is different. Every triangle has 3 sides, but for isosceles triangles, 2 sides are equal, one side is different. That is, if 2 sides are 10 centimeters each, the other side might be 6, 5, 7, or any other figure apart from 10. Are you getting me? Next one, isosceles triangle has 2 equal base angles. It has 2 equal angles, and those angles you call them base angles. The sum of the 3 angles is also 180 degrees. The sum of the 3 angles is 180 degrees. It has one line of symmetry. So let's explain. This is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Let's look at the 2 equal sides. Can you see? 2 sides are equal, one is different. 2 sides are equal, one is different. You can see 2 strokes or 2 lines, 2 green lines on 2 sides, meaning those 2 sides are equal. Then one side has only 1 line or 1 stroke. It is different from the other 2. Can you see? 2 sides are equal, 2 sides are equal, one is different. Now, isosceles triangle has 2 equal base angles. Look at them. You can see 2 base angles. Base angles that are equal. You can see 2 arcs there, but one is different. One angle is different. Can you see that? This angle is different. 2 base angles, one different angle. Okay? Lines of symmetry, only one. It has one line of symmetry. Those are the properties of isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangles has 2 equal sides. Isosceles triangle has 2 equal base angles. The sum of the 3 angles is 180 degrees. It has one line of symmetry. Moving ahead to properties of scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. The 3 sides are not equal. You can see everybody on your own. All the sides are on their own. This one might be 2 centimeters, the other one 5 centimeters, and the next will be 4 centimeters, for example. So all the sides are different. The length of the sides are different. They are not equal. They are not equal at all. Next one, it has 3 unequal angles, all the angles too, different, all the angles different. The sum of the 3 angles is 180 degrees. Can you see that we have some common properties in all the triangles? There's something all of them are having. They all have, the sum of all the 3 angles is always 180 degrees, right? All of them are having 3 sides. When we now start talking about each of them, we now talk about the ones that are equal and the ones that are not equal. But one common thing is that they all have 3 sides. Every triangle has 3 sides. Every triangle has 3 angles. Okay? It has no line of symmetry. Line of symmetry, 0. Line of symmetry on scalene triangle, 0. Let's explain. Can you see this? This is a scalene triangle. You can see the blue strokes on each side. We have 1 on one side, 2 on the other side, and 3 on the last side, meaning all the sides are different. They are not the same at all. The same thing goes to the angle. Look at all the angles. We have one arc on one, two arcs, and three arcs on the other. So all the angles are also different. Scalene triangle. Let's move to the next one. Properties of right angle triangle. Of course, right angle triangle also has three sides. Every triangle has three sides. It has three angles, the same. One of the angles is 90 degrees. That is one thing with right angle triangle. One of the angles is always 90 degrees. It's always a right angle. So it has three sides. It has three angles. One of the angles is 90 degrees. The sum of the three angles is 180 degrees. Mind you, we said one of the angles is 90 degrees. 90 degrees means right angle, right? The side opposite the right angle, that is, the side opposite that 90 degrees, the side that is facing the 90 degrees is called what? Hypotenuse. It is called what? Hypotenuse. So let's explain. Look at this. This is a right angle. Right angle. It has three sides. It has three sides. Then you can see the small box inside is showing us that it is a right angle at 90 degrees. So that angle is 90 degrees. Now look at the side that is facing it. It has been labeled hypotenuse. It is called hypotenuse. You can see it's even shouting again, hypotenuse. Okay, we have come to the end of the class today. So we have our homework. Let me help you with a guide. The first question says, the four types of triangle have three common properties. What are these common properties? Meaning we have some properties that all the triangles have. So mention these properties. Then the next thing, kindly draw a rectangle showing the lines of symmetry only. You are going to show me only lines of symmetry, very neat. And submit to Miss Irene on the email address given. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.